Hello and happy Metta Monday. This is a short video created with the intention of connecting you with the best of yourself. And I wanted to talk today about anxiety and depression in a broader context. I've talked before about how core beliefs form and how we can experience something as a young one and it gets imprinted in our system and it guides how we operate for the rest of our lives until it gets tended to. Some of our core beliefs are instilled in us through culture. And, one of the things that I knew as a biology student, and just out in the ether is that anxiety and depression are genetically predisposed conditions. And, everything that I've been learning recently doesn't fully debunk it, but gives a more gradation, a more nuanced understanding of things like anxiety and depression. One of these is Dr. Porges. In the polyvagal theory, he talks about how wounding in the attachment channel, which is the ventral vagal, experience with what he calls a frightened or frightening caregiver makes a person more predisposed to anxiety or depression. And Dr. Bessel van der Kolk, who wrote The Body Keeps the Score, way back in 2009, from research that he was doing, before 2005, he proposed in the DSM, which is like the psychology diagnosis Bible, he made a proposal that there be a new disorder be created called developmental trauma disorder. So different from PTSD, and more just acknowledging that what I've been talking about is like these little dings, these little wounds or bigger wounds that can happen in the relational channel. They're different, and they are also their own little trauma that creates a different nervous system. And symptoms of this developmental trauma disorder include anxiety and depression. So the other piece I wanted to bring in, and I'm not a doctor, I'm just reporting on the research that I've been reading and pulling together and inviting you to do the same. The other piece of this is our DNA in the biology of belief, which I presented a couple of weeks ago in a video about gratitude. Dr. Bruce Lipton talks about how it is as much or more, much more, our environment that our cells are in than our DNA that determines what genes get expressed. So to call anxiety or depression a hereditary disorder is not true. Our developmental environment is much more important than what genes are present in our system. It's what environment we get placed in. If we're in a nurturing environment, that tendency towards anxiety or depression is going to remain much more dormant than if we grow up in a stressful environment. And I'm talking about this stuff because it's so universal. Anxiety and depression present pretty substantially across our country and globe. And and I'll post statistics. I don't have them at the tip of my brain right now, but I just wanted to put out there that in the same way that we are not the body, we are not the mind, and I've also said we are not our wounds, we're also not our DNA. And so, we can become empowered to create a more beneficial environment within ourselves. We can become empowered to create a more secure attachment within ourselves. We can be empowered to create deeper, more meaningful connections within ourselves and with spirit and with each other. So I'm just speaking straight from my heart with, all this science kind of fills me up in a different way that I'm speaking from now. And I guess I just want to invite you that there is so much more freedom than many of us believe because of what we've been told by the experts. And I have witnessed transformation within myself, within my colleagues in the somatic training that I took, within my coaching clients, within my friends who I give this information to. Change is possible, and it's not easy. It's not like a magic pill or a silver bullet. It takes work, but change is possible. And I guess I just wanted to plant that possibility within you that you have way more agency over your nervous system and over your core beliefs than you may have previously thought. So I'll just keep unpacking this from week to week, but that's what I wanted to offer today. And I wish you a beautiful rest of your day and week. May it be beautiful and skillful. Thank you.